Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Ramesh Ramachandran. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. UN Chief António Guterres says India the right place for global AI talks as New Delhi gets ready to host AI Impact Summit. Excitement grips cricket fans as India and Pakistan set for a high-stakes T20 clash in Colombo. Iranians hold protests in Europe, US and Canada, call for leadership change in Tehran. And President Murmu leads the nation in greeting people on the occasion of Mahashivratri festival. High-octane cricket is back. India take on Pakistan in a high-voltage T20 World Cup clash in Colombo in a few hours from now. The two teams are unbeaten in the tournament. While qualification may not be at stake in the match, pride, passion and history certainly are. DD India's Narayan Singh in Colombo previews the marquee clash for you.
India versus Pakistan. It is more than just a cricket match. It is an event that the cricketing world waits for. Whether it impacts the tournament standings or not, this fixture simply has to happen. India, led by Suryakumar Yadav, take on Pakistan under Salman Ali Agha in a high-voltage Group A clash at the R. Premadasa Stadium in Colombo on Super Sunday. Both teams come into the game unbeaten with 2 wins each. From a tournament perspective, a loss may not hurt qualification chances much. But when it comes to pride, emotion and history, everything is at stake. India have had the upper hand in recent years. They lead Pakistan 7-1 in T20 World Cups. Their batting looks explosive at the top, solid in the middle and powerful at the finish. Their spin attack offers variety. And then there is Jasprit Bumrah, a bowler who changes games in big moments. In the spotlight will be Hardik Pandya. He has enjoyed success against Pakistan with both bat and ball, and his all-round ability gives India balance. For Pakistan, hope begins at the top. Sahibzada Farhan has looked confident against India in recent meetings and even handled Bumrah well during the Asia Cup. Shaheen Shah Afridi will lead the pace attack, while their spinners could come into play on what might be a slightly flatter surface. There is also rain in the air in Colombo, which could make conditions tricky. Dew later in the evening might influence the toss.
The wait is finally over. The India versus Pakistan high-voltage clash is upon us. We often call it a rivalry, but the stats shows a different story. If Pakistan wants to really convert it into a rivalry, they have to produce something extraordinary in this match. With camera person Satya Prakash Dubey, Narayan Singh, DD India, Colombo.
Demonstrations were held in Europe and North America with protesters calling for a democratic transition in Tehran and an end to violence in Iran. US lawmaker Lindsey Graham joined the protesters in Germany's Munich city.
Hundreds of thousands of people gathered for a global day of action protest across global cities, including Munich, Toronto and Los Angeles, demanding regime change in Iran and urging stronger international action. The protesters waved Iranian flags and held signs bearing Pahlavi's image alongside banners critical of the Iranian government. Nearly 250,000 people gathered at Munich's Theresienwiese in Germany on Saturday to protest against Iran's government.
Yes, today we all coming from all around the world. We just have one thing to say. We want to have making Iran great again. And we all coming from all different parts of Europe. We are coming from Sweden, for example, but this is what we want.
The event was also attended by son of Iran's last Shah, Reza Pahlavi, and US Senator Lindsey Graham, who called for regime change in Iran.
I choose the Iranian people over the murderous Ayatollah. It is time for him to go. Make Iran great by picking the people, not the Ayatollah. Make Iran great by putting the people in charge. God bless you all. Iran will be great again when the people are in charge. Help is on the way.
While addressing Munich conference, Reza Pahlavi called on world leaders to help secure Iranian freedom.
My sole aim was to see the day where the Iranian people will finally be able to elect their future democratic government. The day that happens, I consider that the end of my political mission in life. I've told my compatriots I'm not running for office.
While in Canada, members of Toronto's Iranian community marched carrying flags and banners in solidarity with anti-government protests in Iran.
Our people just want their basic human rights. We're not asking for much, but every time there's an uprising, it's like getting worse and worse, and they're killing more people.
For the Iranian community and the Iranian people inside Iran, we want to tell them we are with you, our body is here, our soul is there.
In United States, protesters marched through downtown Los Angeles on Saturday to denounce the Iranian government's recent deadly crackdown on dissidents while urging global solidarity with the Iranian people. The massive rally took place alongside a major meeting of world leaders in the city. The protest followed a call by Reza Pahlavi, Iran's exiled crown prince, who urged stronger international pressure on Tehran. Bureau Report, DD India.
And US lawmaker Lindsey Graham said on Saturday that negotiation was not possible with Iran. He told the Munich Security Conference that backing out in Iran would be a worse mistake than Afghanistan. Asked if he was backing a regime change through military means, the lawmaker said that he was supporting Iranians who wanted a country that they could live in without having their daughters killed.
If we back out now, it'll be the biggest mistake we've made, far worse than the Syrian red line, far worse than Afghanistan. You can't say, keep protesting, we got you back, help's on the way, and nothing happened. That's why I am confident that President Trump will get an outcome consistent with those three statements through diplomacy or military force.
Greenland's Prime Minister Jens Frederik Nielsen called military missions in Greenland and the Arctic Sentry mission important. Speaking on the margins of the Munich Security Conference, Prime Minister Nielsen said Greenland agreed on the concerns about security in its own backyard. He joined his Danish counterpart for a meeting with US Secretary of State Marco Rubio.
First of all, I think it's important we get the mission in Greenland and the Arctic Sentry. We have said from the beginning we agree on the concerns about the security around our backyard in Greenland, and so doing more in that frame is something we absolutely agree on, all of us. And we are happy to contribute because we also know we have a responsibility in Greenland to lift where we can, and that's one of the places, so we are happy for it.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky received an award on the margins of the Munich Security Conference. The award was presented by the Premier of Germany's Bavarian state. President Zelensky thanked Germany for its continued support to Ukraine. The award recognizes leading figures in security policy who have made exceptional contributions to international peace and conflict resolution. President Zelensky on Saturday held a meeting with US Secretary of State Marco Rubio on the sidelines of the Munich Security Conference. He voiced hope that the US brokered peace talks in Geneva next week would be substantive, but said that Ukraine was being asked too often to make concessions. Ukrainian, Russian and American delegations are due to meet in the Swiss lakeside city on Tuesday and Wednesday as US President Donald Trump seeks to push through a deal to end Europe's biggest conflict since 1945. Venezuela released 17 more political prisoners on Saturday, according to a post on X by the Human Rights Committee of the opposition movement called Vente Venezuela. The individuals were greeted with applause and emotional embraces as they exited a detention center. Venezuela has been gradually releasing detainees following the 3rd January capture of President Nicolas Maduro by the US, though the process has drawn criticism from rights groups and families who say that the pace has been slow and lacks transparency. Floods have inundated parts of southwestern France. The region has been placed on red alert. Floodwaters were steadily rising around a residential property, nearly engulfing the surrounding land. A canoe has been positioned near the home as residents prepare for possible evacuation. An area neighboring the region also remains on high alert as roads and homes remain submerged. The Baltic coast of Poland has frozen over after a prolonged spell of sub-zero temperatures, transforming the popular Hel Peninsula into a winter landscape. The icy conditions left large stretches of the Baltic coast covered in snow and ice, with parts of the sea surface appearing frozen over following days of sustained cold weather. Despite the harsh winter chill, visitors were seen walking along the snowy beaches and taking part in winter activities. Some people made use of the frozen surface for kite skating, gliding across the ice as strong coastal winds swept through the area. The prolonged cold spell has transformed the popular seaside destination into a winter landscape. Still to come on DD India Live. Home Minister Amit Shah inaugurates India's first central bank digital currency-enabled public distribution system in Gujarat. And the Indian diaspora in France remembers the fallen soldiers on the anniversary of the 2019 Pulwama terror attack.
When we see so many things wrong around us, we just need to turn off our autopilot and start making conscious choices.
Raja Banerjee decided things needed changing and introduced organic farming methods. His aim, producing tea in harmony with nature.
Control S is doing is it is partnering with the government in using that treated water or the grey water into our data centers that in turn use less of power.
Industrial waste is also cleaner, and there's a lot of it. Taiwan has a lot of big industry, in particular semiconductors and petrochemicals, so there's big potential for reuse there.
To make the process more efficient, he created an app. The app already shows where the trees are and when they were last watered, so you can also plan a route near your home.
Jharkhand will mesmerize you with majestic nature, rich heritage and colorful culture.
Johar. Johar. It fits perfectly.
Thank you.
Full workout ho gaya.
Ready?
Postcards from Jharkhand on National Geographic.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Ramesh Ramachandran. In news just coming in, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla will represent the Government of India at the swearing-in ceremony of the newly elected Government of Bangladesh, led by Tariq Rahman, the chairperson of Bangladesh Nationalist Party, in Dhaka on 17th February. That's the news coming in at this moment. And joining me more on this latest piece of news is my colleague Amrit Pal Singh. Amrit, tell us more.
Ramesh, the Government of India has decided to send Speaker, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla to attend Tariq Rahman's swearing in as Bangladesh's Prime Minister on Tuesday. This signals the importance that India attaches to Bangladesh, and India has made the right moves soon after Tariq. It was clear that election results were coming in. Prime Minister Modi was one of the first world leaders to congratulate Tariq Rahman and reaffirm India's commitment towards a strong Bangladesh and its transition to democracy. In fact, the Prime Minister had reaffirmed India's commitment to a democratic, progressive and inclusive Bangladesh. Now, the government's decision to send the Lok Sabha Speaker and also he'll be accompanied by Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri shows the intent India attaches to sort of improving its relations with Bangladesh, which saw a certain turbulence following the ouster of Sheikh Hasina. This should be seen in this light. Ramesh?
Amrit, as you mentioned, the Prime Minister was among the first world leader to congratulate Tariq Rahman on his win, even before the official results trickled in, number one. Number two, he then followed it up by personally calling him up and having a word with him. And now we are told that Speaker Om Birla will represent India at the swearing-in ceremony of Tariq Rahman in Dhaka on the 17th. Does it indicate to you the possibility or a potential reset in India-Bangladesh ties under a Tariq Rahman-led government in Dhaka?
That's what India's endeavor would be, and the government of India would be hoping that the new government under Tariq Rahman would want to mend the relationship, which saw a sort of downslide during the interim government's tenure under Muhammad Yunus. So India would want Bangladesh as an important neighbor of India, both from the view of India's neighborhood first policy, and secondly from even a security perspective, trade perspective. There are cultural linkages between the two peoples. So India would want to mend this relationship, and the very fact that India is sending its speaker, though the invitation was extended to Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Saturday evening, but he's unable to go due to a scheduled meeting with the French President Emmanuel Macron in Mumbai the same day, who will be here to participate in the AI summit that India is hosting. But the Prime Minister chose to send the Speaker who heads the Parliament along with the top diplomat of the country. It shows that, the endeavor is to sort of mend the relations. I'm sure the outreach by Prime Minister Modi to Tariq Rahman, first by congratulating him by tweeting and then followed up by a phone call, shows that the government is ready to deal with the party and the government which has got such a huge mandate in Bangladesh.
Right, thank you, Amrit. Amrit Pal Singh reporting there on the news just coming in, that of India deciding to send Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla to Dhaka for the swearing-in of Tariq Rahman as the next Prime Minister of Bangladesh on the 17th of February. Right, moving on, UN Secretary General António Guterres has said that India's role in the global economy and in shaping international affairs is steadily expanding. His remarks came as India hosts the AI Impact Summit, highlighting the country's growing influence in global technology and governance discussions.
I strongly congratulate India for organizing this summit. It's absolutely essential that AI develops itself to the benefit of everybody, everywhere. And that countries in the global south are part of the benefits of AI. India is the right place to have this summit and to make sure that AI being discussed in depth in all its potential, enormous potential, and also in all its risks, but that AI belongs to the whole world.
So expectations are high as global leaders, policymakers, industry captains and technology experts prepare to come together to shape the future of artificial intelligence. The focus is firmly on outcomes from responsible governance and inclusive growth to real-world deployment of AI solutions as India readies to host a key international summit aimed at turning promise into impact.
As India is transitioning through a decisive phase of its development journey, artificial intelligence has emerged as a critical national enabler. Positioning AI as a tool for democratizing technology, India is focusing on access, inclusion, and equity at scale, while expanding its footprint in global technology governance. In this backdrop, the India AI Impact Summit 2026 is being held in New Delhi from February 16th to 20, marking the first ever global AI summit hosted in the Global South. The deliberations at the AI Impact Summit will be structured around 7 chakras or working groups: human capital, advancing equitable skilling and inclusive workforce transitions for an AI-enabled future of work; inclusion for social empowerment, advancing AI systems that are inclusive by design, empowering diverse communities, and ensuring equitable representation; safe and trusted AI, building globally trusted AI systems anchored in transparency, accountability, and shared safeguards for innovation; science, harnessing AI to accelerate frontier science, foster scientific collaboration, and translate breakthroughs into shared global progress; resilience, innovation, and efficiency, driving sustainable, resource efficient AI systems that strengthen climate resilience and sustainability; democratizing AI resources, promoting equitable access to foundational AI resources for inclusive innovation and sustainable development worldwide; AI for economic development and social good, leveraging AI to enhance productivity, innovation, and inclusive development across economies and societies. The India AI Impact Summit 2026 is expected to deliver focused, outcome-driven results aligned with national priorities. The summit will focus on practical AI deployment, policy alignment, and institutional coordination across government and industry. It will strengthen AI governance frameworks, assess regional readiness for AI-led growth, and support skill development and workforce transition. The summit will also boost awareness of AI applications and foster partnerships among government, academia, startups, and industry to drive responsible and inclusive AI growth. By linking policy with implementation and innovation with public purpose, the summit is poised to position India as a key convener in global AI cooperation, reinforcing a shift from dialogue to delivery and underscoring India's commitment to responsible, inclusive, and development-oriented artificial intelligence. Amish Mahajan's report for DD India.
Home Minister Amit Shah inaugurated the country's first central bank digital currency-enabled public distribution system developed in partnership with Punjab National Bank at Gandhinagar in Gujarat state on Sunday. Under the pilot project, more than 26,000 families in the Sabarmati zone and nearby districts will receive subsidies digitally with wallets detailing commodities, quantities and prices. Officials say that this initiative brings transparency, speed and accountability to subsidy distribution, showcasing India's push for innovative financial technologies. The Indian diaspora organized a tribute to the brave soldiers who perished in the Pulwama terror attack at the iconic Arc de Triomphe in Paris, a site that stands as France's eternal place of remembrance for its unknown soldiers. The solemn ceremony was organized to honor the sacrifice of the security personnel who lost their lives in one of the deadliest terror attacks on Indian forces on 14th February 2019. Holding the tribute at the Arc de Triomphe carried a deep symbolic meaning. Beneath this historic monument lies the tomb of the unknown soldier of France. The same sacred ground became a place to remember India's fallen heroes of Pulwama. In a powerful gesture of solidarity, the French joined in the ceremony to pay their tributes to the Indian soldiers by laying a wreath in their honor. And with that, it's a wrap on this edition of DD India Live. Before we close, Mahashivratri, one of the most sacred Hindu festivals dedicated to Lord Shiva, is being celebrated on Sunday across India. Observed in the month of Phagun, the 12th and last month of the Hindu lunar calendar, the festival marks a night of fasting, prayers, chanting and spiritual awakening. Take a look while I take your leave. Thank you.
Shiva.